Disclaimer, I do not own Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself is owned by Konami, and the show is owned by 4Kids. Finally, Season 5! Well, here it starts out with Joey sleeping on the couch, really interrupted because we can't afford an alarm clock somehow. That's another thing. Yugi's now sitting on the lake, hopefully finally figuring out the Pharaoh's memories. Not yet, though, because we gotta go through the Kaiba Grand Prix part of the season first. And Yugi has the God cards. We will never see these again until the whole Pharaoh's memories thing. Weird. Do you not use these in the deck, or you have them but you just discard them all the time? Like Taya's jealous Rebecca cliche. That's a lot. How do you have this table? Where do you get half of these? Is there like a compartment or something? Because this isn't like mobile RBs where you get that for a price deal. Yeah, meanwhile, Mokuba is now here to take them home because they have no way to do it. And also, I guess it's Kaiba's way of thanking them for the whole we helped save the world thing. Also, Mokuba got a new voice. I don't like it. Kaiba now realized he has to do something because the whole Season 4, Dart taking over Kaiba Corps, monsters come alive and all that. So he needs to figure out some way to boost his company's image. Maybe just release more trading cards. So he's gonna do another tournament because Battle City just wasn't epic enough. But it's gonna be less epic because we got a bunch of people no one even knows anything about. Yeah, duels from around the world. More like random people we just found and said you want to be in a tournament and be claimed the best, even though your decks are probably just very much okay. We actually don't know what your decks are. Are you even good at dueling? I don't know. Here's Siegfried. He's the villain. I thought it'd be obvious to get it out of the way now because he's ominous and we already shown anyways. Here's Kaiba Land. Even though we already know what Kaiba Land is in Season 1. Is it like Disney World where we have and Land where we have like two parks on opposite sides of the location but they have the same dang name? So yeah, remember the animation. The animation, like here, looks somewhat pretty good actually. And then here it looks like they drew it in 5 minutes. What the heck is Taya even looking at in this shot? Like, what? This kid, it's the way that he talks. I can't tell if he's thinking it or he's talking it, but they forgot to animate his mouth to make him talk. It's just a really weird thing we forgot to bring up in the entirety. Or here's Leon. He's the brother of Siegfried, who's the villain. I thought I mentioned it. He's kind of forced to do the whole I'm hacking into the system thing, by the way. He's not really a bad guy. I think he's a pretty good character. We never talk about anything afterwards, which is kind of sad. Joey's still not getting any respect, which is kind of sad. Somebody's, like, really? He's like one of the most underrated great duelists, and yet still barely any respect some people give him. It's kind of sad. Meanwhile, Yugi takes a look at Rick's deck, which is just Dragon Cons with almost no speller traps. That's not how a deck works. Back then, with a deck like this, you're going to lose because your opponent can just, well, they have spells and traps, so of course they're going to lose. What, Rick, did you trade a Monster Reborn for this? If you did, I will be very angry. This deck is bad. Remember this card that Yugi's holding typically on the top dark deck on the left here. It'll be important during the duel that they have in like 2.5 milliseconds, okay? Now the system gets hacked, and the only way they can get out if Yugi can beat this robot in a card game, Yugi's Rick's decks, this is not great at all. This is how hacking works. A bunch of numbers, zeros, and ones. That's it. What's on the right? Are those what are those? Are those applications? Because I'm not sure. Now, look at the animation here. Once again, looking pretty good. Remember, the animation quality is going to be super inconsistent throughout this entire season. So yeah, I also have an airfield in front of my house when I want to take up in a private jet. You know, the usual kind of thing. The robot plays cost down. Discard one card from your hand. All your monsters in your hand decrease by 2 levels. So why is Yugi putting in the monsters in the graveyard face down? It's face up. So Yugi plays Dragon Treasure. Equipping it to its dragon, it gains 300 attack point and defense points. Not all the monsters on the field, by the way. So this monster has this one card, Goblins. I forgot the name of it. Where basically Yugi has to discard one card from his hand every turn, and it can be any card he wants. Now the monster treats this monster to summon out Jinzo, mostly for his 24 attack point, not for the fact that it can negate every trap on the field, even though Yugi doesn't even have any traps on the field. So it's kind of maybe a wasted play here. We don't know. Oh, did I mention I still don't like Mokuba's voice? It still sucks, and I don't like listening to it. Now Yugi plays Heart of the Underdog, which essentially meaning every time he draws a monster, he can keep drawing until I guess he doesn't draw a monster again. That's basically how it works, I assume. You can choose to stop, you know. That's basically, you can choose, you have the option. Emo with this dragon on the field, by discarding one dragon card from his hand, he can basically gain 1,000 attack points. So he gets the card 6 and becomes 7,000 and he wins the duel. Thanks to Rick's deck. I mean, mostly because of that card in Heart of the Underdog. If he didn't, he would have lost. And of course, Heart of the Underdog reminds Yugi of Joey because I guess he's underrated, I guess, is what we're going for. Kaiba really, really wants Joey to be late to the tournament because once again, they both don't have a lot of respect for each other, so I'm not sure where we're going with any of this. Vivian is going to be here. We're going to forget about her and then be introduced to her. It's kind of a whole thing. So now Kaiba and Siegfried now meet face to face because childhood, Siegfried's always been high. No one's heard of your company before Siegfried because no one's going to care later in the next 5 seconds. Okay, don't worry about it. Because Germany or something. Here all I do is Rebecca, somebody with glasses, a surgeon that really looks like he actually needs to be in surgery but decided to ditch it for a card game because I guess that was just more important. And then a couple other people that I have no idea who they are because they never really talk about them that much after. Joey with his crazy face once again. Okay, and then we all know that's just Yugi's grandpa because of the mask. And he's wearing the same clothes. You're not fooling anyone here, Yugi's grandpa. And whoever wins this tournament gets to do a duel against Yugi. And that's all the time we have today, folks. See ya! Has started Season 5. Great start. Remember to always put spell and traps in your decks. Don't forget that. Pretty interesting to see how the tournament's developing and seeing some of these characters you'll never see ever again. Good times. I'll see you next time more Yu-Gi-Oh! Dying to Pokemon video. See you next time. See ya.